What's going on, you fucking degenerates? This is the Vaping Fish coming at you from work. Yeah, I have time right now, I have a little break, and I wanted to do a quick review, a quick informational video on a tank. This is not a brand new tank, it's been out for a couple of months, but if you want an inexpensive tank that works well and the actual coils are not that expensive, it's a quick vape. It's not the greatest flavor, and I mean it does good cloudage, but the flavor is not excellent. It's okay, but compared to other ones, it's pretty close to more expensive tanks. Of course, this is not a Hercules Plus or anything like that, and you can actually vape this shit at fucking 25 watts. So it's a satisfying vape for 25 fucking watts. So that's what I like about it. And this is the Isub S by Innokin. Actually, the Isub G was one of my first sub-ohm tanks, and I still use it, and I fucking like that tank. I mean, it's an inexpensive tank. You can probably get it for like 18 bucks. And the actual coil heads, the regular coil heads, they run around $9 for 5. So they're very inexpensive. It gives you a good vape, a very decent vape for the price of the coils. Now the S is supposedly replacing the G in a way. The Apex was a completely different design. The difference between the G and the S is, it has like a little cage to protect the glass, and you have top fill. So the top fill, it is more convenient. But there's one thing I don't like about it. There's more air restriction on it for some reason. I don't know if it's because of the chamber, how it changed now that you can actually close and open the juice flow when you're actually filling up the tank. But the actual air that you get from this tank is kind of fucking restricted. So compared to the original Isub G, and for me the Isub G has better air, and it's a very simple tank. That's what I like about it. It's a very simple tank. It just you put the coil in, and it's from bottom fill, but it doesn't have any adjustment, just the air. That's about it. And I mean, you pop the actual coil through the bottom without having to really open the whole freaking thing and get your hands all messed up and juicy and shit. So that's what I like about this Innokin tanks, that they're clean tanks. There's no leaking on the tanks. The G and the S, I've left them everywhere on the side and shit, and thrown them in my bag. They have never leaked on me for some reason. So that's the reason I keep going back to them. And this is what I use for work. I don't bring my nicer mods to work. I bring the cheap iStick 100 watt, the dual 18650 mod with the Isub tanks. That's those are my work mods. That's what I bring because I need a quick vape. I cannot be dripping. I'm not gonna bring nicer shit over here to work because it's gonna get messed up, dirty, and sometimes I drop it and shit. So that's why I choose to use this type of mod. It's inexpensive. Something happens to it, I'll replace it. So this is a $50, more than like a $55 setup without the batteries. So it's pretty decent, pretty decent performing mod and tank for the price. Now, can I throw other tanks on top of this mod? Yes, you can. You can throw any fucking tank and it will fucking light it up. But again, I go through the coils on these things. Usually it will last me like 7 days, each coil. I'm not using the Claptons or the nickels or temperature control. It's not a temperature control mod, so it's just wattage mode. That's it. So I use the regular plain Jane coils. They're not vertical, they're horizontal, and actually because the way they're designed, it has better airflow. The actual Claptons, they're a little bit more restricted. So this tank's already restricted, more restricted than the G. And then you put a Clapton on it, the flavor is going to be a little bit better, but shit, I mean, you can feel the restriction on the airflow. Now, that's for my type of vaping. Of course, some people might not like it very airy and stuff. The thing is, if you don't like it very airy, you can adjust it, just close down the airflow. But for me, you know, I have it fully open and still feel some kind of restriction. So the only way for me to use this tank is either with the regular original coils or with the actual RBA they sell. I have it and I've built it and I've used it on this one. The only thing with the RBA is that you cannot use it on the G, but you can use it on this one. The reason you can't use it on the G is because when you're taking off the bottom portion of the tank to fill it up, it actually unscrews the fucking little top of screen on the RBA. So, you know, that fucks it up on that G, but not on the S because it's a top fill. So, you know, I use the RBA on this one and the regular coils on both. So, you know, it's a nice little tank, you know, and if you're not, you know, barely going to sub-ohm and barely starting to sub-ohm and going to sub-ohm in tanks and shit, it's a very nice and expensive tank, you know. Either the S or the G, both are good in my opinion. I like the G a little bit better because of the air, but I like the convenience of top fill on the S. So, you know, it's a give and take. So that's why I bring both. If I feel more, you know, want a bit more airy, more cloudy vape, I'll get the other one. And if I want a more convenient quick fill tank, you know, I'll get this one. So this is the Innokin Isub S, and it actually comes with nickel coil and I don't know which other one. I think it's a Kenthal. I don't fucking remember. And there's another one that's called the flavor one. This is the temperature one, and then there's another one with a blue box. There's the flavor one. It comes with a Kenthal and with a Clapton. So, you know, it's the same tank. It just comes with different coil heads. So I got the one with the nickel. I haven't even used the nickel. It's there brand new at home. I don't do temperature control that much. So, you know, but for regular wattage, it's a nice fucking tank. I do like it. I mean, it's inexpensive and the coil heads are inexpensive. So, you know, Isub G and Isub S, you know, good, nice, inexpensive tanks to use on the go. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon again. Bye-bye.